stop. Before you watch this video, I have to let you know that this one is way past overdue. Let me explain. So, this video is a podcast between me and a good friend of mine. He's been on here before, and yeah, it was recorded during spring break, which is by the time I'm recording right now, talking to you right now, it was about pretty much 3 weeks ago. I know. A lot has been going on since then. So, this episode was filmed 3 weeks ago during spring break. After this, you will get episode 4 of Living Life with me, Irami. That was recorded 3 weeks before that. So that's like a month ago. So don't worry, episode 5 is going to be up to date and I'm going to be able to explain everything. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the episode. It's a spring break special. Peace.
Well. You thought you wasn't gonna hear from me again. It's back at again. I'm here again. Yes, I'm once again hiding behind the wallpaper. Don't you worry. It's just only for a week, you guys. I'm coming back on IRL. Don't you worry. I am tired. It's Ramadan. Ramadan Mubarak. Happy Ramadan. I'm out here fasting, doing my thing, but don't you worry. Forget this freaking time. I go whenever I want to go. Boom, what's good, you guys? My name is Irami. Back at it again with another episode of my life, living life with Irami. Today we got a special guest. Hold up, let me turn this song off. It sounds like someone's partying in the background. Hold up. Okay. My man, Lamar. They call you Lamar in GTA. They call you many things. Sniper, Cooper Gang. They call you a lot of things. Some stuff I can't even say on camera. But you know what? I'll call you my friend, my boy Cal. What's good? What's good?
Hey, you guys. Glad to be on here. It's been like a year ever since we posted that last podcast together.
Last podcast. That's true. That's true.
I'm already sending it right now, but yeah, it's been a chill minute. It's been a long time. I hope you guys all been well. Happy Ramadan. So let's get to the meat of the grind. You know what I mean?
What's the meat? What's the meat?
Well, basically, how you guys been? Like basically how you guys just been doing for all these couple of weeks and months and ever since been like a year as well. So me and my boy Mari's been like we've been tired with like work and school, whatever, the college life. I think I might have seen that video of his. That college life has been really toxic. Not just for him, but for me as well. And I'm like I'm basically a community college student, but basically I've been trying to like transfer to like a university pretty soon, like this summer.
College. It's fun. It's bro. I'm in pain, bro. Hey, episode 4. This is gonna be episode 5. Spring break special. Episode 5. Episode 4 that I'm still needing to edit. Yo, I'm telling you, you're gonna understand the struggle of being in college. Computer issues, everything. But keep
Yeah,
keep on going.
computer issues, whatever. For me, when I was in the first few years of my community college, it's kind of hard to make some friends. It's kind of hard to like find a group or whatnot. But I think like around last year, the first true friends I ever made was like was a couple of like theater kids in my learning framework class, and they was all pretty chill and all, but and they all look like the Scooby Gang. So I was afraid of that group. They were really fun guys, but we drifted apart, kind of. We were wanting to like the only times me and that group hung out in school was only during class. We never ever got to like hung out outside of class, and it's been really depressing learning that we all drifted apart, and whatnot, really. But I guess that's how life is. Like the only time we hung out was that Halloween party, and that was it. But besides those guys, I made a couple of plenty more new friends during college. You know, um, like a couple like 4 other guys. But they really chill guys. You know what I mean? They have their own like I guess you could call it their own type of Cooper gang, like me and my boy Rami has. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, like the Cooper gang. Where's that Sly Five coming out, man?
Facts, man. Like, bro, like we've been waiting. We legit been waiting. Like, we legit been waiting. I'm tired of this.
I know, man. Like, I think Sly's been like on limbo ever since like 2013 or so. The movie and TV show is like, I think the movie got canceled, but the TV show, I guess, finished production, but it's lost media. Lost media is a bitch, to be honest. But like,
Lost media.
yeah, the TV show is lost media. But my new college group is pretty chill. It's been like, I guess the reason why I'm more tight with them than the last group I was in was because we hung out more frequently outside of school. So it's been tight. So there's friendships are things I always cherish. You know what I mean? It's been me and Arami knowing each other since 2017, since I was a freshman. Matter of fact, I think that
Mm.
time the time we first met, that was the only time you were taller than me. I think I was like 5'4" or something. Were
Mm.
you
I was like 5'7".
5'7"?
I
Okay,
only grew up to 5'8", and it was raps for your boy. It was raps, man.
yeah, five. I don't know how tall I am now. 5'11". I don't know. Um, but um, but that was the first time me and him met. It was ninth grade. And I met plenty of other cool friends in high school. So the thing about friends in school is that sometimes there's a lot of tight friendships, and sometimes people often drift apart. But at the end of the day, there's always a tight group of band of like friends you could have that always stick with you forever and ever. Amari has basically been went from a school friend to a brother. You know, I really mean that. This guy is like
Man, that's us.
that's us
But no, for real, no.
for real. No, that's literally us,
It's
man.
literally us at this point. But no, yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Like, it started off as just a random kid that you meet, you're a counter in high school,
hmm
and you're thinking, oh, here's another NPC, another individual walking down the hallway, and you never thought that, hey, and you never thought in a million years, 4 or 5 years after that encounter, you'll be sitting here with a microphone in hand, just getting to business. And like, I never thought that. I never thought I was gonna get here. This is amazing, and it shows you how life plays out. Shows
yeah.
how life plays
And
out.
Amari always be my brother. I love you, man.
Facts, you too, man. I love you too, man. You take care of yourself, bro. And absolutely. But today, we ain't gonna waste none of y'all time because we know it's spring break. Y'all busy. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. What's the biggest news out here? What's the biggest news?
Man, rest in peace, to my boy Toriyama. Though, you know, I
Toriyama.
yeah. My first memory of Dragon Ball was okay. So let's talk about my origin of Dragon Ball. My memory of Dragon Ball was August 2010. I was 7 years old, and I woke up on Saturday morning. I was watching CW4 Kids. And like, and the fact they aired, side note, the fact they aired a anime dubbed by Funimation on a channel that aired 4 Kids dubbed company animes is like fucking crazy. But I woke up, I was 7 years old on a Saturday morning, and the first thing I saw was Dragon Ball Kai, which was a remake of the original Dragon Ball Z from 1989. Dragon Ball Kai though, like there's a lot of like before I get into the potato of all of this shit, let me clear some things about Dragon Ball Kai. First of all, Dragon Ball Kai is not a kiddie version of Dragon Ball Z. Matter of fact, Dragon Ball Kai censored out all the violence and people believe that Dragon Ball Kai censored out all the violence and all the blood from Dragon Ball Z, but that's not true because they did censor some things like when Goku Raditz first got killed by the special beam cannon, they're bleeding out of their chest holes in the original Z. In Kai, they changed it to like bird marks. But that's like the only minimal censorship besides like nudity and some like very very more graphic violence. Dragon Ball Kai is still an uncut version of Dragon Ball Z. The dub has more swearing than the original Z dub that aired from the original 90s, you know, because they went back and re-recorded everything for the English dub of Dragon Ball Kai, even for the Japanese actors for for the remake of Dragon Ball Kai, but like when Dragon Ball Kai first came to America, when they're trying to bring the remake to to the rest of the world for the 20th anniversary of Dragon Ball Z. You know, for America, it had a bit of awkward access because it first aired Nicktoons in May 2010, and only a few minimal people had Nicktoons. You know, I remember going to my childhood best friend's house every day to watch Dragon Ball Kai on Nicktoons. But for me though, since I didn't have Nicktoons, I had CW4 Kids, and they took a version of Dragon Ball Kai that was edited on TV, and they censored even a lot more by turning Mr. Popo blue. Like, the hell was up with that? Pull that blue Popo, by the way.
Which one?
The blue Mr. Popo from the Four Kids
Oh,
edit from Dragon Ball Z Kai. People think that the blue Popo was a thing that happened in Dragon Ball Kai as a whole, but no,
what is that? Like, ugh.
it,
What
it,
is that?
it looks
Let me tell
crazy,
you
bro.
something. Let me tell you something. And listen, we're both black men, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I would take the black. I would take the original Mr. Popo any day. Yeah, is it blackface? Okay, but you know what? Let
He's
me tell
not
you something.
human.
He like, come on now. Like, I mean, like, listen. Listen. That's a real life person in real life, low key. I can hang with this guy. Let me be with you. This is scary. This is scary. The Mr. Popo edit, man, that look like that man has eaten way too many blueberries, like off that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and freaking that pretty much was reminding me of low key. That
Hmm.
is scary. But shout out to Mr. Popo. He's always for the cookouts. I love the man. Absolutely.
By the way, not a lot of people seem to know this, but in the Canadian dub of Dragon Ball Z, Mr. Popo was voiced by a black man. But that was like only in the Canadian Ocean dub. I think he was in Riverdale as a burger joint guy. Can't remember his name, but but back to Dragon Ball Kai as a whole. People often blame Dragon Ball Kai for the censorship, even though that was only in the TV edited version. Not if you buy the uncut DVDs, you'll still get Black Popo, you'll still get most of the violence and even some swearing. The original Dragon Ball Z dub did not have any swearing. And it's like very very crazy if you buy the uncut DVDs of Dragon Ball Z Kai. Matter of fact, Dragon Ball Z Kai uncut is my most recommended route to people getting introduced to Dragon Ball as a whole. Like Dragon Ball Z, which is basically the Dragon Ball Z story, but like with a lot of filler. Like people grew up with that first, because of like how the Naboo sagas had like a lot of filler here and there. But for the Kai version, if you want to get introduced to the world Dragon Ball, start with Kai.
And
Dragon.
on top of that, like I I grew up. Like he already said, me and him, but we both grew up with Kai. That's the best one. Like Kai, Dragon Ball Z Kai, that was the one that I remember, like purposely waking up 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Now
Mhm.
as a little kid, you have no reason waking up that early on a
Yeah.
Saturday morning. It's your Saturday. You ain't going to school, but you woke up that early just so you could watch the latest episode that came out of Dragon Ball Z Kai. Like that was what that's like Akira Toriyama. He has created an entire generation. He's created an entire um he really created an entire generation of not only he pioneered the modern anime, the Japanese animation,
Right.
modern day sense. Not only he has pretty much started the first generation of people. Like if you ask my own mother, she remembers watching Dragon Ball Z when it first came out in the 90s. Like
The harmony. Sorry to interrupt you. The Harmony Gold dub or the Ocean dub?
I cannot remember. I don't think I asked her about it. She just remembers seeing on TV. That's as far as she knows.
I think
It
my
it, it could have been either of them.
it could have been the Ocean dub that aired on Kids WB from
I
'96.
think that could have been it. That could have been it. Anything before that was what the gold.
That was way before the Gold Age of. That was way before the Gold Age of the popularity.
Yes. That was very. I'm saying like that was like I remember. We both remember back when you was a bro. You was a nerd. You was a geek. You was a loser if you watch anime. You watch Dragon Ball Z. If you mention anything about Goku, you get to know ladies. I'm so happy that nowadays the whole entire system has changed,
Hmm.
and that now anime fans, we on top. We eating. We continue to eat. We got
Yeah.
whole new stuff coming out, but at the same time, we have to look back at our roots and just say, hey, Kiri Toriyama, we thank you for your work. We know the animation. We know Japanese
Hmm.
animation is not a easy job to be. It's very how should I say difficult.
Hmm.
exhausting. A lot of them animators, them manga writers, they do not go home to see their families.
Hmm.
It's slavery basically. They work hard, and they do so like they work so hard to please us.
Yeah.
And we thank you, Toriyama, Fly High, and we're gonna continue watching Dragon Ball. We're gonna continue to carry on that Dragon Ball Z name.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
We gotta keep carrying on, man. And Dragon Ball's not perfect, especially with Super and how they kind of like dumbed down Goku's character. And Dragon Ball has a lot of like writing errors and writing problems, to be honest, especially with how because like people make jokes about how Toriyama, always forgot a lot of things, but which is normal for most creators. But I feel like most of the blame, like, and I really want to say this, but I feel like most of the blame for Toriyama's health problems was the fact that he was worked to death by Shonen. And Shonen Japanese companies, they are the devil.
You can say that again. You can say that again.
I'll say that again because like I think
Legit.
Toriyama died of a brain tumor, and I'm not a scientist, but like brain tumors are often caused by like stresses or like or like stuff you endure during like
And he
heart
was young too. He was 68. Like
68. That's not
that's
old.
not old. He was very young. He was like I know some of these Gen Zs out there. They all like ooh he's 25. Ooh dang 30. You boomer. Oh, listen, stop all that. 30 ain't old, and 68 ain't even old. You know what's old? 120. We ain't gonna make it. Ain't who knows? We might. But again, fly high, Akira Toriyama. We will continue watching your work. Like someone said, the goal is not to someone said this. He said it perfectly. The goal is not to live forever. The goal is to create something that will. And he did. He did it. Live something that outlonged himself. Now, on to the next convo. What's the next biz we got?
Uh, Shoot, man. I think we should talk about the new Avatar show, and yet again how wokeness is ruining
Now,
movies and shows and everything.
now keep me up to speed. Now I have yet to watch the new Netflix one, and so try to, in a way, try to speak about it to the audience who, let's say, they have not watched it and I have not watched it. So try to keep the spoilers minimal, but still hit home to that idea of what's going on with modern day entertainment. Again, we lost a great writer in the Japanese animation business,
Right.
and now we got some new work coming in from
Mm-hmm.
the Western business. What's going on with Avatar? Now, again, we both grew up with Avatar. Everyone, most people have. If you had cable
Mm-hmm.
and you had access to like Nickelodeon, we all grew up with Avatar: The Last Airbender. We all grew up with it at some point in some time. We all remember the disgusting. We all remember.
The M Night Shyamalan one.
The M Night Shyamalan, the M Night Shyamalan. Oh, I remember when this trash of a movie came out. I remember when this movie came out. And again, I was like, this was 2010. I was like what 9 years old. Just coming off the last Airbender. I think the last Airbender just ended. I think a year or two ago. 2008,
Yeah, it
2009.
ended 2008, and the live action one came out in
10.
2010.
So not too long. It didn't come. So it came out literally not too long afterwards. So I was hyped. I watched that buns, bro, cheeks, bro. Like universally agreed. The M Night Shyamalan McShyamalan of all the Shyamalans, Shyamalan the Bago Bias of a Honda is trash. So over 10 years after the garbage of what this is, which is on the right,
Hmm.
hot garbage. What was that? On the left, we got what I was hoping was going to be something good.
Yeah.
So I have not watched it yet. Cal has.
Well,
Let's see how he'll talk about it.
I've seen clips of it. I've not watched it yet, actually, but I recommend you guys don't because it's just a page-to-page adaptation of the first three seasons, and like, and listen, I don't want it spoiling, but like from what I heard, it's not really much of spoiler. It's just how they adapted. But like, if you okay with me saying that, Mari?
Say again.
If you're okay with me like talking about like some of the stuff I heard that people are
Go ahead.
criticizing.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they took away Sokka's sexism, which played a big part in his character. You know, they took away most of the filler that was yeah, it was filler most of the time, but like in the original cartoon, most of the side quests that Aang traveled to helped grow his character because he learned a lot from like various different people that he encountered during his travel into becoming the next into becoming the avatar and to help save the world and everything. But like but the thing about the live action show, the new live action show is it's as worse as M Night Shyamalan one. At least according to what I heard. I've yet to watch it. I know I shouldn't judge, but judging from some clips I've seen for what people say, I recommend you guys probably should dodge the bullet because the only Avatar thing I'm watching right now is rewatching the original cartoon.
That's facts. And I would say this. So I'll give my own opinion on this. As someone who has not watched it, I would say this. Give the first episode, give the first episode a good try. I like to always taste test every episode. That's what I did for a lot of these newer live action videos these days, these live action movies and stuff. Just take your time. If you, cause like I said, I watched the trailer of the Netflix last after last Airbender, and I was sold. I was convinced. I felt like I was buying into what they were making. It was low key kind of bringing back that feeling of back when I was a little kid, back in the mid two
Mhm.
thousands of Avatar, the last Airbender. Of course, M Night Shyamalan freaking buy a Honda. Shyamalan 2010 movie was hot garbage. We already talked about that. But the new one, I would say, it looks promising. I've heard mixed bags. I've heard mixed reviews. The stuff that are good about it, it's amazing. The stuff that are not good about it, well, we throw it out in the water, right?
Right.
But but to all you guys who are still on the fence, if y'all want to watch the Avatar Last Airbender, hop on it. Hop on it. We shall see. We shall see. Now, second, onto the next news. I wanted to talk about this.
Okay.
This is very interesting. Now, I'm not into politics. I'm not into politics. I woke up this morning and I heard about this. And again, this is not a political channel. We ain't trying to say who to vote for. I say we need to get the heck away from all this because, bro, I woke up early this morning and apparently TikTok got banned.
That's good.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about that real quick. TikTok got banned. So apparently, um, if I remember correctly, there was a TikTok ban bill. Now, this is nothing new. We heard about this long time. I think like last year they was trying to press the founder, the CEOs of TikTok about the content that was going on, the influences, and the stuff that was going on with over in China and stuff like that. So yeah, like this is nothing new. The U.S. government and Texas, particularly, because we live in Texas and other states nearby, has been trying to, you know, throw TikTok off the map. But now it seems like now I had not read anything yet. We're just talking. We're just talking. We suggest everybody to go out and read and get the information on our own. We're just two black guys with a microphone just talking, right? Right, right, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So as far as I know, it seems like the House had successfully banned the TikTok. They had proposed a TikTok ban, a bill, and I think it had successfully went through by the host by the House. Now, I don't know if this needs to go through like the Senate or any other floor, any other chair. We don't know, but as far as everybody is saying, it seems like TikTok is on its last leg. How do you feel about that, my man?
Honestly, I kind of don't give a shit because TikTok is kind of cringe and honestly, there's a lot of people on TikTok that kind of abuse their powers on it by like I think one of them made like a joke making fun of like disabled children. That's like kind of that's no, that's like infinitely 100% borderline, beyond the universe fucked up. It's just like, yeah, there's like TikTok has to be one of the most toxic social media places of all time. and the fact that some people use it for ableism and to like make like very very questionable like matter of fact there's some TikTok users that made like I guess like they made some like memes talking about grooming or whatever, like them dancing with like little kids. That's like, okay, arrest this man, call the FBI, because this is like the most fucked up toxic site I have ever seen. This is as worse as Omegle, which is the same type of thing, by the way. I'm glad both of these things are gonna die because fuck these sites, man. Like I know some people who use TikTok. There's some TikTok's not that bad in terms of like because like because I know the phrase like in a garbage disposal place, there's always gonna be some gold, at least you know what I mean. There's some decent people that use TikTok. And I know plenty of people that use TikTok. But then again, the majority of how TikTok is known for, it's always people that often, abuse their powers and use social media like that. And it's just it's not a good healthy thing at all. It's pretty toxic.
I cannot agree more. See, listen, yet you guys have to understand if are you jits, are you little, you know what I'm saying, Gen Alphas? Yeah, you. Hey, I pressed you guys last time. Let me tell you something. I am 22 years old. And how do you?
I'm 20. He's basically my older brother, by the way.
We're practically old men at this point compared to a jit who's like what 10, 11 years old, 8 years old. We're like in our 90s to you guys. We're old men. So let me tell y'all something. Y'all will never understand the beauty. Y'all will never understand the classic, the nostalgia feeling of that was Vine. Vine, Vine, and we ain't talking about no grapevines. We talking about Vine. Vine was Vine was my TikTok back in the day. Vine was my TikTok. I remember Vine when you hop on a computer or you get the app and you would watch all the videos and stuff. And the videos were not long. They were not that long. It was like we weren't killing people's attention spans. It was funny. It was organic. It was different. And then freaking TikTok came to reap the success off of Vine when Vine got killed. And so they would never be Vine. Vine. Oh, I miss Vine.
Yeah.
Vine. It man. Bring Vine back. You know what? I'll say is kill TikTok and bring Vine back because we don't want. I don't care for TikTok. I don't care for TikTok. TikTok has to me. TikTok has ruined not only a generation, but it also kind of ruined a generation of news and information. Because I'm just saying, I remember someone was saying, "Oh no, how are we gonna get our information now? Because you banned TikTok. How can we get? How will we be able to learn the news?" I'm all like, if you are using TikTok for news and information sources, you got a problem.
Yep. I can agree more.
Yeah, yeah. So, unfortunately, this is gonna be a short episode because my computer's dying.
Do you have a charger, I guess?
Nah, it's cool because so it's all cool. Broke boy college mentality. You know how it feels to me, but remember, it's all cool in the hood. We are still gonna keep it moving, still gonna keep it going. So I love doing these videos. I love doing these episodes. Keep a lookout. Keep on the lookout because we got some more videos come out. I'm uploading. I still gotta edit and upload some more videos. I made some more IRL content. This episode is gonna be released hopefully either tonight or the next day, depending on how hard I'm trying to work. Like I said, RIP to Akira
Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.
Toriyama. TikTok ban. Oh my gosh, TikTok ban. Avatar as Airbender, Netflix, mixed bag and a handbag, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Also,
Um,
one last thing I want to add is that the new One Piece live action show from last year, it's really good. Some people are kind of debatable about it, but I've seen the episodes. A lot of One Piece live action broke the live action curse of like anime adaptation, and
it
there's
actually did. I'm not surprised.
hmm and actually like there's no whitewashing, there's no like wokeness added in. It's like point blank the anime, the show, the live action show. Like
But Nami ain't. You know.
Nami is, yeah.
I mean, that's the only issue. Nami.
Well, I don't mind the live action Nami. She could probably get it.
I mean, true, but not the anime.
I know what you mean, bro. But I wonder how they're gonna adapt Nico Robin though.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah,
That's facts. But yeah, I'm obviously, you know.
yeah. Also, be on the lookout for GTA 6. Also, my boy Mar might come back pretty soon for summer to make another episode, right? Hopefully.
Hopefully, it depends. It depends. You know, as the more as the more as I continue on with this train of IRL content because that's pretty much the move. The move is to hopefully do more IRL content. Now, what I still do podcast? Absolutely, podcast is my bread and butter. We still gonna do podcasts, but over time we're gonna move things around, get a new space, finally get some cameras so you can see our faces and then
I love to do some in real life stuff with you as well. You know.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So there's so much stuff planned in the books. As right now, we're going to just have to keep on working. But that being said, you guys, 30 minutes. It's been a minute till we hit that. I love you guys. It's been fun, been real. I'm gonna keep hitting this. I'm gonna keep doing the YouTube thing up. Keep mixing stuff up. I love seeing the support. We hit up to 24 subscribers. I love that. Can we hit more? Hey, like, comment, subscribe for your boy. If you're on Twitch, hit that follow so we can get to the 50 follows so we can get that tier. We can get that partnership. Follow my boy on the social medias. It's gonna be in the comments. It's gonna be in the description below.
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Absolutely. And like I said, stay tuned for some more episodes. We're gonna keep it pushing. And that being said, I'm just a man with a microphone, you guys. It really is not serious. It's not that serious. I mean, look what I'm looking up right now. I'm down bad, bro.
Yeah, down that, and like, but the thing is, we might be small now, but sooner or later we might become bigger. I only believe the phrase, it can only get bigger if you want it to get bigger.
Facts.
I mean, some people do tend to like, and that's the unfortunate side of life, to be honest. Like some people tend to have a lot of downsides or become worse after they probably like peaked or whatever. But the mentality they have here is to like keep focus on getting bigger. Don't have too much anxiety about too many things or whatever that may be. But like I said, my boy Amari here, me, him, we I learned from him, by the way. The reason why I'm the way I am right now is all because of him. This guy's been one of the best homies from high school, to be honest. One of the best homies. I made a lot of playing homies in high school, but Mari, he's definitely the ones that are my brothers.
And that being said, this is Spring Break podcast special. My name's Irami. This is my boy Cal. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.
The man with the microphone, Koopa Gang.
My computer's about to die.